Hey friends, it's Rachel with the Ponds Farmhouse, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how you can make a DIY magnolia wreath for fall for almost free. This is a thrift store find and some forage leaves and dried flowers and stems, and it's going to turn out gorgeous. I just know it. I'm beginning with this thrifted grapevine wreath that I found at a thrift store for just $2. I know. Couldn't believe it either. It's a really good quality one. And then I was walking out on our property and ran across some leaves that had fallen from the magnolia tree, and it just sparked an idea. I thought, wouldn't this make a beautiful fall wreath? So if you're into budget-friendly home decor, do-it-yourself ideas, that sort of thing, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you following along on all of my adventures. So let's get started here. What I'm going to share with you is that I'm using the grapevine wreath, and then I am actually preserving these magnolia leaves so that they don't dry out any more than they already have, and I'm going to share with you how I'm doing that. And then I've actually got a few dried items that I'm going to be using, like some okra pods. I actually let some of my black-eyed Susans dry, and I think they look real fallish here. And then I also dried some other leaves from our landscape. Earlier in the spring, I had put them in the greenhouse, and they dried beautifully. This kind of almost kind of a purpley color here. So we're going to be using those. So let's get started. We're beginning with some Mod Podge. This is a satin finish, and I've already gathered all of my leaves that I'm going to be using for this magnolia wreath. What I'm doing is I've just putting a coat of Mod Podge over the entire surface of the leaf. This will help to preserve it and keep it from drying out further than it already has. These leaves were picked up underneath the magnolia tree. Now, this technique can also be used with green leaves, but for our fall wreath, I thought these beautiful golden and brown colors would be perfect. We're just going to lay them out to dry, and in preparation for this, I did actually just wipe down all of the leaves real thoroughly, making sure I got rid of any dirt or moisture that might be on them. And now we're just going to continue to cover the leaves with the Mod Podge, and then we will see how we're putting the wreath together. Okay, you want to protect your work surface with something that will not stick to the hot glue. We're going to be using hot glue to attach the leaves to the grapevine, and so we want to make sure that it's not going to stick. So I've used wax paper here, and what we're basically going to do is just begin on the outer edge of the grapevine, and we're going to be applying a little bit of hot glue to the stem and sticking it in among the grapevine branches here, just so that we can get these first few pieces on the outer edge secured. We're just going to continue adding leaves all around the edges of the grapevine until we've made a complete circle with the leaves. I'm alternating the colors just to give it a little bit more interest, and again, just tucking them into the branches of the grapevine with a little bit of hot glue attached. Okay, now we've got the circle made, and what we're doing now is coming back in and filling in. And what I'm doing at this little section is I'm making sort of like a bed for the other dried flowers and okra stems to go in to form kind of like the top of the wreath. So I'm just making a little circle with all the different colored magnolia leaves. And then I'm going to fill in around from each end of that all the way around until we have the whole grapevine completely covered with leaves. And again, once again, I'm trying to alternate the colors of the leaves as much as possible just to make it more interesting. Okay, now we're ready to begin adding the dried leaves that I have saved in the okra pods, and we're just going to do the same thing with these that we did with the magnolia leaves. We're just going to be using the hot glue to attach these different dried pieces to the wreath, and we just want to keep adding until we have a desired effect here. Okay, I've decided that the arrangement is looking a little dark. All the colors are wanting to blend in together. So what I have found, I had some dried baby's breath that I had in an arrangement back in the spring. And so I'm just clipping off a few little pieces of that and adding them in to brighten up around where the okra pods and the dried flowers are, so that this area is a little bit more distinctive. Thanks so much for staying with me until the end. I hope you enjoy the way the fall wreath came out as much as I do. I love how it looks on our barn door, and so it's going to be here for the fall season. I can't wait. If you love budget-friendly DIY projects, decorating ideas, entertaining ideas, please subscribe to my channel so that you can not miss any of my adventures. And I really appreciate you for watching today, and I will see you next time.